So I'm making this video in a bit of a panic, honestly. I forgot to do one today and it's quite late, but I do not want to fall behind on these videos again. So here we are. And we're going to make another video about, time of crisis. What do? You turn to your Bible and you make fun of the stuff that's inside it. So, here we go. I left off last time after reading the first chapter of Genesis. So, let's see what happens next. And just look at this page, the next thing I can see is, these chapters are really of variable length. I mean, the first chapter went on for a few pages. The second chapter seems to be this. No. Well, I don't know how these chapters work. Oh, okay, the second chapter is a bit longer. Okay. Chapter 2, Genesis. The seventh day God rests. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God finished his work, and he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all the work he had done. Well, there you go. So, God went to sleep on the seventh. I didn't even know God needed sleep, but apparently he does. So there you go. So God blessed or it doesn't even say he slept. It just said he rested. So maybe he just, chillaxed and read some Harry Potter book or something. And you can't say he didn't read Harry Potter because they didn't exist at the time, because he's God and can do anything. So obviously he could have some Harry Potter books ready to read. He could have an 8th Harry Potter book ready to read. So he could have 1,000,000 Harry Potter books ready to read. Oh God, I want to be God. That'd be awesome. Oh no, not really. I saw Bruce Almighty. That would not work out. So God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God rested from all his work and he had done his creation. So basically when people say, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy and all that, basically God made that day basically saying, hey, you know what we need right now? They celebrate me, Big G man, because I did all this shit and it's awesome. Yeah. It has to happen every 7 days. Not every 365, every 7 days. Because I'm just that important. I'm the Big G man. So then we've got the creation of man and woman. They are the generations of the heavens and the earth which they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and heavens. When no bush of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground, and a mist was going up from the land, and was rotting the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature. Right here, I think, was God's big mistake. People. We're arseholes. So I think this may have been God's greatest mistake. People. It was like, I think if you just left it, with just the animals and the plants and all that sort of thing, and just let them frolic and have their fun, I think the world would be a much better place without us in it. So, see. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he put a man whom he had formed. And on the ground the Lord God made to spring up every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. God, this life looks great. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Well, this is a good place to leave it. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became 4 rivers. The name of the first is the Pishon. It is the one that followed around the whole land of Havilah, and where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. Bdellium and onyx stone are there. Onyx! God actually did make Pokemon. This changes everything. The name of the second river is the Gihon, and it is the one that flowed around the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is the Tigris, which flows the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. Basically, God made us as slaves because he's too lazy to garden. And this is a guy who can do everything like that. Like, how lazy do you have to be? And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, You may surely eat of every tree in the garden, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for the day you eat for it you will surely die. Now hold on there, Big G, because, you created humans, right? I get that, and you gave us life and all that shit, but you know the least about humans of anything ever. basic fact of human nature. You tell someone not to do something, and without giving them a good reason, they will do it. And this thing about the day you eat of it, you'll surely die. Okay, that's a pretty good reason. But still, man, you tell him not to eat that fruit, he's gonna eat that fruit. He's a person, you made him. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." Ooh. It's not very PC there, God. Helper. Ooh. We're not. Well, to be fair, it was, less enlightened times, beginning of the world. You can't expect them to be as PC as they are now. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them to the man to see what they could call him. Oh, I thought he was going to make a woman. Oh. Does that make me a sexist? Probably. And a man gave names to all livestock and the birds in the heavens. Oh my God, one guy had to name everything. God, I would be so crap at that. I'd kind of call an elephant a fucking enormous nose horse. And a lion would be a big scary thing, get it away from me. And a tiger would be a big scary thing, get away from me, but also with stripes. And a bear would be big scary thing that also I want to get away from me, that doesn't have stripes but is still really scary. And a wolf would be a big scary thing that wants to kill me, but they do it in groups. It would all be that kind of thing. And a fish would be floppy thing in water. So the Lord God, the man gave names to all livestock and the birds in the heavens and every beast in the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, where when he slept he took one of his ribs and closed it in his place with a flesh. Fun fact, there is a serious debate about the whole God taking Adam's rib and making a woman out of it, because obviously, spoiler alert, he makes a woman out of it. Basically, the idea is that maybe there was a mistranslation from the original text and he didn't actually take a rib, but he took Adam's penis bone, because humans are one of the few animals not to actually have a penis bone. Many animals actually have a bone in their penis, and the idea is that God took the penis bone, and that's why humans don't have penis bones, and he made the woman out of the penis bone, which is a whole other, a woman made out of a bit of a penis is a whole other Freudian thing that I don't want to get into. But just that little fun fact there about maybe a little mistranslation made it a bit funnier than it actually was, than it says it is here. And he into a woman and brought it to the man, and the man said, "This at last is the bone of my bones." See, if it's a penis bone, that's a much funnier line. I'm starting to think this is actually a comedy book. "And the flesh of my flesh she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." Again, not the most politically correct, but we'll let it slide. It was for a long time ago. "Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and shall hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed." So, yeah, look at that. We're naked and we're not ashamed. So apparently the Bible is against slut shaming. Remember that. Wait, this is all turned out quite well. They seem quite happy, and they seem quite happy and content, and everything seems working out great for God and Adam and this woman. So yeah, I hope everything turns out great for them. I'll read the next chapter whenever I get a chance. Next chapter is called The Fall. Ooh. Something tells me something bad is going to happen. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye now. Bye bye.